Hi, Paul Slack. It's Good News Broadcast, Good News Planet, and Pause the World for Peace. And we're very fortunate to have a world-class athlete, and our world-class athlete is in the Army Reserve. And that's very interesting. And we're going to learn about the Army Reserve and the opportunities there to pursue athletic endeavors and Olympics and so on and so forth. So how lucky we are. We're speaking today to actually Army Reserve Captain Sarah Beard. Hi, good morning. Hi, how are you?
Good morning, Paul. Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Great. Well, I'm excited to have you, and thank you for your service for America and your continued service. Now, you've had some experience, and we're in an Olympics team, and something called the three-position 50-millimeter rifle and a 10-millimeter air rifle. Is that right?
Yeah, so it's 50-meter, three-position, so the target's 50 meters away. We shoot three positions, so that is small bore, so that's 22. And then the other event that we shoot is 10 meters air rifle, so that is the target's 10 meters away, and that's all from standing.
Okay. So now tell me something about you. Where are you from, and how did you get into the reserves, and did you shoot a gun before you went into the reserves?
I did. So I grew up in Indiana. My dad was actually a rifle shooter. He was also in the Army Reserve, and he served active as well. He was on the 1984 Olympic team. So growing up, he kind of taught me a lot about firearms and safety, took me to some matches, and that's when I just fell in love with the sport. So since then, I went to Texas Christian University. I got my college degree there, and then a little bit later, I ended up joining the Army, went into the reserves. I commissioned as an officer, did all of my all that training to get myself set up, and then I joined this current unit that I'm with, which is the World Class Athlete Program.
Wow. So tell us about it, the actual program.
Yeah, so it is an incredible opportunity for soldiers to represent the United States in both national and international athletic competition. So that would include the upcoming Summer Olympics, which is what I'm trying out for right now. We're in the process of, and I'm working towards that. But that is really just one of the opportunities in the Army Reserve. There's a lot of different ones that you can do. But this one is one that I am, so happy that I got a chance to do once in a lifetime, just to compete for the Olympic Games.
How exciting. So what other sports are there that reservists could be involved in?
Actually, it's any Olympic or Paralympic sport. So that includes summer, winter games. A few of our current soldier athletes are in boxing, wrestling, bobsled, biathlon, and then, of course, the favorite, shooting, or my favorite.
Well, the Olympics are a wonderful experience. So you've already had some of that, right?
So I was an alternate on the 2020 Olympic team. We take there's two quota slots available for women, so that's 2 in air rifle, 2 in 22 small bore. And I was alternate for the air rifle team for the last Olympics.
In that process of that, did you meet people from around the world, or never got to that stage?
Actually, so we compete at, World Cups. We just had World Championships last year, so that was a really good one for me. But I've been able to compete internationally because I've been on the national team since 2009. So a lot of my really close friends are actually other shooters from around the world, and that has been probably one of my favorite parts about the sport.
Did I see, maybe I missed this up here, NHK? Did I see something with NHK with you? I could be off here.
That doesn't sound familiar.
No, okay, I'm sorry. Well, this is, I see here, boxing, cycling, track and field, soccer, shooting, swimming, and many others. Soccer now. Soccer. We're getting some soccer. We're getting some World Cup here, aren't we, in America?
Yeah. I actually don't follow soccer probably as much as I should. I follow shooting a lot. Right now, I don't know of any soldiers currently on the soccer team that are also in the Army. But I will say what is cool is that any of those sports, any athletes in those sports can take advantage of, being in world-class athlete program, being in the Army Reserve. We earn the same pay, same benefits that come with that. So that's like healthcare, tuition assistance, career finding programs, like the VA home loan. So all of those are very helpful while I'm laser focused on training towards the Olympics. And in the meantime, I also have a solid support system in every other aspect of life.
So when you're in the reserves, you get these benefits, as you just stated, like health care and things like this?
Yeah, so there's over 120 different jobs that someone could join the Army Reserve in doing, but there are a lot of those specialties that translate over to the civilian side as well. So there's tuition assistance towards college degrees. There's just pursuing professional goals, making an impact on their community at the same time. And then with the Army Reserve, you also get to choose where you live and work while you're serving your country part-time.
Really? So are you still there in, what you said, Indianapolis?
Actually, I am at Fort Carson in Colorado.
Okay.
And I actually live here, but I joined the Army Reserve from Colorado, so that's part of why I'm here, but the World Class Athlete Program is stationed here. But if I were to move, I could transfer my unit to another state, and that is just one part of being in the reserves, is you can kind of have a little bit of control over your location.
So when you say the World Class Athletic Program is in Colorado, I guess that's the headquarters for the Army Reserve?
So no, that is the headquarters for the World Class Athlete Program. So we're here.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes.
The Olympic Training Center is also local to Colorado Springs, so it kind of works out well for soldier athletes here.
So, okay, I'm sorry. I meant to say world-class athletes. I think I was out too late last night.
Well, you had it right. That is correct. It is the headquarters for WCAP.
But did you say Colorado Springs?
Colorado Springs, yes.
Wowee. So I'm a TV producer, and when I went out to Colorado, going cross country from New York, we stopped in Colorado Springs to the Garden of the Gods. And I said to myself, this is like the most unbelievable place in the world. I don't know if you went over there, but Colorado Springs is gorgeous.
Oh, yeah. Yep, it's beautiful. Elevation helps with training, too. We have a lot of track and field athletes in the WCAP program, so that is one benefit of them being able to train here at altitude.
Wowee, zowie. No, it's magnificent. In fact, I started the Nature series on PBS. It's still on. It's like 30 years. And I wanted to start it there. We ended up doing it in Yosemite. But it is gorgeous there. So you're so happy that you're living there now, right?
Yeah, yep. I live here full-time.
There you go. So your future, you're going to stick with the reserves?
Yes, as far as I know, honestly, it's been very good to me. I've had a lot of great opportunities with it, and in between, I've served both reserve, and then when you're in the reserve, you can also go on temporary active duty orders. So, like right now, I'm in full-time status, so I also get those pay and benefits that come with being on active status in the Army Reserve. But once that's complete, then I'll go back into the Army Reserve. And like I said, it's you drill one weekend a month, and you're building a career skill set. So it's I've always wanted to be in the Army since I was little, and it's been a really great opportunity of being able to pursue education, pursue a career, and also do shooting and be in the Army. So that has just been one of the best parts about being in the Army Reserve.
And it's such an honorable thing that you do. I commend you. I thank you as an American here. And we need you. We need the Army Reserve. The Army Reserve was disaster, all kinds of things. You guys are. It's not only going to your once a month event. When the people need the reserve is there. So I really honor the work that you do, and I think it's really very special. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Is there a website that people can go to learn a little more about these things?
Sure. Just even with all of the different opportunities with the Army Reserve, there's over 120 different jobs. Those are all listed among many other benefits. Those are all available at usar.army.mil.
Fantastic. Well, once again, thank you very much for your service, and all the best with your pursuit here. You're going to do great. I feel it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Paul. I really appreciate it.
Okay. You take care, Captain Sarah Beard. Thank you very much.